Damn, man. 50 Cent killing Jim Jones. What's up, words? Your boy Challz Brown back again talking facts. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe, hit notification bell. Keep sending those cash out to CEO BMG. Join that membership and all you buying that merch down below. Gang, listen. Before we get started, I need you to go down to my description, hit those affiliate links, show your boy some love. I got the ReStream, I got the Temu, I got the DistroKid. Lock in. Listen, man, this is a very touchy subject, so I'm not going to be doing a lot of clowning. I'm just going to be doing a lot of talking about it because I do need to cover this. I'm seeing 50 Cent trolling Jim Jones for something that's kind of, everybody hits hard times, gang. Everybody has a moment in life where things don't go their way. I do believe they're saying allegedly, but I'm not going to say allegedly no more. Once you see that video footage, Jim Jones is in financial trouble with this space. And the landlord has been feeding 50 information about this space for months. 50 probably been kicking him off with a little money here and there for his trouble. But 50 is the worst guy to beef with, especially when you're talking about money. See, a lot of rappers, they box themselves in corners talking too much money talk. Because the problem is life don't always afford you the top of the food chain amount of money. Sometimes it comes down on you hard, and you know how they say you're down on your luck, right? You ass out, right? You busted everything. You're broke. You're not doing well, right? Sometimes it happens, gang. And when you talk too big bone and brolic about how much money you pulling out stacks of 30 grand and this, that, and the third, we got to grow up as a culture. We have to grow up and stop making the money the central key of everything that we stand for. You can't stand on that because when these embarrassing moments come, they really look bad. When you telling us that you're doing so well and you got so much money and it's all about the money, all you respect is the money, well, there might be a bigger fish out there that got more money than you, and you might be in a little situation that's kind of embarrassing, and they're going to exploit that. So I wish no ill will on Jim Jones. He's actually trying to do a good thing with that. I believe he's making a one-stop entertainment studio where And I think this is a good idea. And I don't know if this is the same space that he lost, but he's going to have a studio in there. He's going to have a video place in there. He's going to have where you could do your pictures in there. They're going to help artists get their packages together. It's a one-stop shop for artists, and it ain't many places like that. We got one right where I got. They just built one. I believe it's called Wavy Lounge right out here in New England. Y'all should lock in. It's right in Rhode Island, right? So Jim Jones is doing that. It's a media center. So I'm not going to sit here and talk crazy about Jim Jones because he's trying to do something positive. But at the end of the day, when you go up against a guy that has a lot of money and people going to gravitate to the money when you're down bad, that's where the problem comes in. Now, people would have more sympathy or empathy for Jim Jones if he didn't put himself in these situations where he can get clowned, or he can get, he can have people coming at him because he's come at people himself. A lot of times what people forget to do is just be humble about some stuff, right? We saw Jim Jones come at Nas, stood on it. We saw him come at 50, stood on it. We saw Jim in a lot of precarious situations where at some point you would have been like, no comment, right? So I think what we're seeing is Jim Jones, I'm not going to say karma because he's just really a lot of times he's responding to attacks or responding to the media, this, that, and the third. But what I'm going to say is we saw Jim Jones pretty much talk himself into some of the stuff and it get deeper. And now 50 Cent, who is a 100% troll, he does this for a living at this point. He does not do this for play. This is real life. Now he's taking pictures with the landlord, which I knew was coming, because the landlord was giving him too much. The landlord was talking to him a little bit too much. All right, the Asian guy, he only cared about his money, so it was a lot of footage getting out there. It was 3 or 4 videos got out there about Jim Jones' podcast studio that only the landlord could have provided. Only the landlord could have provided. So I'm like, there's no other way for him to get this footage, and this footage of him kicking that door, gang. That is the coup de grace. Let me just say this. Jim Jones kicking that door, the beef is over, okay? Let me just be honest. Like I said, I'm not going to disrespect a man when he's down. Everybody be down, right? We all down at some point. We all down now because the economy's so fucked up, right? So I'm not here to kick or bash Jim Jones in any kind of way. But him kicking that door was the epitome of frustration. He kicked first of all, that's that man's property. You're kicking the door, the epitome of frustration. I believe homeboy said they cut the lights off, Jim. So they're in a precarious situation. Now, the podcast should be making money, but it takes time for that money to come. By the time that money comes, you might be down. Now, Jim Jones has said he's doing good out here financially, so I don't know why he wouldn't have whatever money came for that. And remember, they said a couple months ago that he was down when 50 first started beefing with him. 50 got word about all it takes is a phone call. So 50 figured out who the landlord was, called him. Landlord started saying some stuff like they're behind on their rent, this, that, and the third. Now, they were saying that the building was behind $200-something. I don't know how you get that behind. Maybe when he bought the shit, it was already in disrepairs. I don't know what's going on. But same thing as Matt Hoffa. May not have the contract right. Maybe somebody else owned it and he took it over, which I'm tired of seeing these New York guys do this shit. Somebody else got the lease under somebody else and this, not the third. So they just take the space because they know the nigga, oh, he could give it to me. So he go take the space. Space got a lot of issues with it before you even grabbed it. So now you owe money that it wasn't yours. So now the bill is your bill now, because that's what happened with Matt Hoffa with the barbershop. The first one, allegedly got it from somebody, some woman had it. She said, I'll let you take over the payments. We famous for that in the hood. Can you take over the payments? I almost did that shit one time. Almost took over the payments of this condo and shit, right? Not knowing what it was. Oh yeah, you could just take over the payment. I'm gonna move back with my mother. You can have it, right? So end of the day, you're taking over the payments, but you don't know really what it is. You're not on the lease, so this, that, and the third. So now you feeling like, shit, I don't know. I didn't know it was that much money. So that could have been a situation that Jim Jones could have walked into, right? But at the end of the day, I saw his name on the contract, the eviction notice, allegedly the eviction notice. So he had to have some knowledge of what the bills were. So that thing is behind for this reason, that reason, or the third. Now, when you're in that situation, you're easy to exploit. When I saw him kicking that door, I was like, he's frustrated. And it's bad because they got you. Now, you had to know these cameras was all over the place. He's so frustrated, he didn't care. I'm getting in that studio. Kicked the door. Then he did a video footage of like he's doing Show Enough from the name of the fucking movie. I don't remember the name of the movie right now. Last Dragon, right? He's playing with it. He's trolling, da-da-da. I don't think he knew that the doors was kicked to this, that, and the third. So that they had footage of that. So whether he knew it or not, he's still trolling this, that, and the third. But at this point, I think the fight's over. I think the fight, unless you paid that landlord everything, and now you gotta pay him to fix the door, the 2 doors, you're kicking on the doors, and the other people, the other consumers that got space in the building, they're looking out, talking about what's going on, because apparently this is an office building. So you're kicking doors, so people coming out looking to see what's going on, da-da-da. I think right now, battle's over. Battle's over. At this point, we've seen the lights get clipped. We've seen it have no heat. We've seen the doors get locked on you. It can't be no more responses. You're not gonna be able to troll your way out of this, because as he keeps trolling, he's putting money and getting the landlord on the side. Before you know it, all them doors they're gonna be double bolted. And they're gonna have footage of you coming in there trying to kick doors that don't kick. So that's gonna be even worse. I think right now it's time to move on, get a new space. Space is coming a dime a dozen. Get a new space, let the landlord take whatever actions he's gonna take in court, move on. Right? And like I say, I'm not here to bash Jimmy in no kind of way. This is disrespectful. So somebody see this and they down with him, this, that, and third. I ain't disrespecting the guy, because I know what it feels like when life don't go your way. And I feel like, yeah, Jimmy got money. He make a lot of money, this, that, and the third. But this situation is not going his way. Something's wrong when this guy's locking doors. You're banging and kicking doors. Heat is getting cut off. Electricity is getting cut off. There's a problem. It's time to move on. The landlord is not on your side. He's not on your team. He's not trying to help you in this situation. He's giving up a lot of paperwork, and I'm surprised. I don't know what Jim is going to do about that, but I hope he don't do nothing to this landlord, because that's going to not. Hey, listen, he going to get mad, confront the guy, choke him up or something happened to the landlord. That's going to be even worse, because now real charges going to come. Then them boys in blue going to come, right? That's when it get really bad. Don't let it get there. Just get your shit out of there, find another space, move on, laugh it off, get a new space, just do it there. This shit is bad. 50 going, he looking for this. He wants to smoke this. He probably never set foot in that shit. He'll send everybody else over there and get footage of you bugging out, coming down to this, that, and the third. It's a very bad look. Let me read this article, and we're going to have this conversation, but it's not good, Jim. It's really not good. And like I said, I sympathize with you. When everybody else laughing at you, I'm telling you, as a businessman, I've been in business for 15 years. It's not easy, gang, right? Self-employed business, 15 years, got staff and all that. We've got space. We moved to bigger spaces, this, that, and the third, right? So I understand. Even with Adam 22, he said he bought that bigger space in COVID, and then the money started drying up. I know how that feels. So I'm not going to clown you. Right? So the money started drying up, and now the economy's messed up. Adam 22 got to sell that $2 million building that he just bought. I told you I went to that building. I was at No Jumper two years ago. I went there, I think it was the beginning of last year. I was beginning of 2025. I went to No Jumper, sat in on the news with Brick Baby and Almighty and the other, the big heavyset dude that ain't there no more. He's suing him. I was there, so I understand what the building. I understand that the building was beautiful. I told you it was like a real fucking building. They had cubicles and shit, soda machine. Wasn't no goofy shit, right? This shit is have people sitting at their desk working. Like, this is a real office. It wasn't that. So I understand a lot of shit it's easy to clown niggas online, but in real business, that's where I understand it ain't the same as rap. So I'm not going to knock Jimmy because his financial situation is down right now, okay? Same thing I said to Math Hoffa. I had the Math Hoffa video, and I know Math Hoffa watched it. But I told Math, I said, Math, I'm not here to knock you, my G. I'm here to give you some business advice. I said, get out of that space, get a new space. I told Math a lot of good nuggets on that fucking video, right? Right? And even after he came back and he called everybody, what did he say? He said, you fools, or say he called everybody something, right? I forgot what he said, but I made a video about that, and I reiterated, I said, Math, this ain't to knock you, my G. This is a man to man. This is me and you. So I made the video of the Math Hoffa, this, that, and the third. And guess what Math Hoffa did? Literally everything I said in that video. Everything. He did it all. Got back on his feet. He fell back. He started doing it in his living room a little bit, and I was like, Math, the living room ain't gonna work. He was doing it from his house, da-da-da. I guess he was waiting on his space. I was like, don't do no more videos, Math. Get your space together. It ain't looking right. Don't do no more. Get your new barber shop or whatever it's gonna be. Now he got his new space. I said, get the shit in your name. Don't get it in nobody else's name. A friend of a friend, this, that, and the third. Now you beefing with the chick, right? So Math did all that shit. That's the same thing I'm telling Jimmy. Get your new space, Jimmy. Fuck all the noise. Calm down, right? You kicking doors, this, that, third. calm down. On some real man grown-up shit, calm down. Stop trying to troll 50. It working for a little bit, he winning. He won. Like, the troll worked for a little bit, but now people looking at the podcast sideways. It's bringing down the podcast. All eyes ain't good eyes. When they start clowning you after a while, they're going to stop tuning in. All y'all niggas got is y'all respect right now. You, Fab, Maino, Dave East, all y'all got is y'all respect right now. If you lose that, nobody going to care about the podcast. So if you listen to what I'm telling you, stop with the shit with 50. You got to stop it right now. He's going to beat you because right now apparently got a bigger bag than you. He's talking about buying a building and locking the doors. You're not going to win this shit. You got to move forward. Just focus on the podcast. You got your numbers up. You got your subscribers up. Move on. Let me read this article. 50 Cent trolls Jim Jones for allegedly getting evicted from the studio. Capo responds. 50 Cent, this is about Zachary Horvath on HighNewHipHop.com. 50 Cent has alleged that Jim Jones has been behind on his rent for his podcast studio. But this latest troll is the most diabolical one yet. Despite juggling dozens of beefs, 50 Cent knows how to make time for each one. Today, he's focusing his attention on Jim Jones, and his latest bit of trolling is really pushing it. Somehow, the G-Unit rapper has obtained alleged footage and documentation suggesting that the Diplomat alum has been evicted from his podcast studio, and I believe it. I believe the paper's real. I believe Jim got evicted. I believe that's why he's kicking the doors. Caught by the Shade Room, Fifth took to his Instagram to show a security clip that allegedly shows Capo trying his hardest to kick a couple of doors open. Interestingly, it's dated February 19th, which was yesterday. Before Jones allegedly starts trying to force the first door open, someone can be heard talking about someone shutting the lights off. It's not a good look, gang. It's out. It's going out bad. It's not good, gang. After no luck with the first one, another person asks Jones if everything's okay. He allegedly tells him it's all good, then proceeds to kick what's allegedly the second door to his studio, and he gets it open. Jones seems to succeed with another entrance as two other men that are with him in this alleged footage walk through. 50 Cent captioned this video, "Damn, bro, this wouldn't happen if we was friends. Want to be friends? I don't know. Let's rap about it, LOL," which is a reference to his enemy's Let's Rap About It podcast. Listen. On some real shit, I'm going to get out here. This is not a winnable situation. It has reached critical mass where at this point, there's no way coming back from this. We saw the people that you want to be your constituents or the people that you want to watch this thing, they've seen you now effectively over the course of 2 months get eviscerated over this podcast studio. To the point where your heat's off, your lights are off, and you're wearing coats in there, and now 50 Cent saying that the owner's his friend, and he's going to lock all the doors and make you pay for the doors and kick you out. It's not funny anymore, right? How Kanye say, it's not funny anymore. Try different jokes. It's time to move on. I wish y'all niggas the best. I'm going to leave it at that, man. Let me know what you think in the comments. CLBMG. All right? Head on over to black-yeti.com. Let them know who sent you. They ship all over the continental U.S. They're independently owned, doing their thing themselves, all right? Also, get in my description, hit my affiliate links. I got Temu down there. I got ReStream. I got DistroKid. I got Beer Demon, which is a brewing service. You can brew your own beer at home. Who the hell don't like brews at home? I got a whole lot of shit going on, man. Listen. Every Wednesday night, we go live on The What Show, me, TJ, and Fliz, 9:15, 9:30, on all 8 of my social media platforms, which I use ReStream for, okay? And That is a new song off of our album, The What Project. Follow that, get that on all streaming services, and watch that video in my videos, right? Lock in, get in the comments, let me know what you think. We got a new one coming called Peanut Butter Tim's. It is what it is. I'm out of here, man. I'm going to catch y'all on that flip side. Peace.
Look, mission impossible to drop a few lines without dropping old times when Southern Hill was still a gold mine. When pistol grips was my shit and I sold mine. When Alias was not a show and they told mine. Elevate your mind with high quality THC infused products. BlackYeti.com. Black-Yeti.com.
CLB.
Get my coat, get my sheepskin, grab my wallet, get my pocket knife, and get that hat right there. We out. Grab my pocket knife too. Let's go. When I first came to the city, niggas didn't believe me. I just wanted to join a team and throw assist pass easily. 6 man off the bench, alley-oop pass freely. Suit up for one game and hope a scout might see me. But nah, niggas is greedy, wasn't rocking with him. Unplugged the scoreboard, put a lock on the gym. Told me to power forward, point guard at the rim. And left me with no center and a ball full of phlegm. Not knowing that I'm a dog, a Rottweiler within, with the heart of a pit bull that don't bark for pretend. My bites cut deep, break the bone and the skin, with the level of hustlenomics you do not comprehend. So first I took a block down on the west side end, and then secured a spot with some goons and some kin, and then sent out some flyers, let the games begin. And in 6 months time, the city like that's him. Oh yeah, he the one that moved the hustle to the burbs. And yeah, he the one that knocked the hustlers off the curb. And yeah, he the one that set up shop without a word. And he the one that got it cracking, and all he did was rapping by the Hooters. I kept killers from being shooters. Put a mic in a thug's hand, now he loyal like Pats fans. Take a man off the streets past the needles and crack cans. Promise mama to keep him safe, then put some food in his face and he'll kill for you. But I don't need him for that. Click like, click share, tell them bitches we back. Share the whole location, tell them niggas where we at. Cause we out here, we ain't the cheese, we the trap.